One day, a young man approached his Zen master and asked, "O wise one, why do I keep having sexual thoughts all the time? They consume my time and energy, making it difficult for me to focus on anything else. I constantly feel attracted to the opposite sex." The Zen master smiled and said, "My friend, first of all, we should realize that anything that exists naturally within us is not inherently bad, but has a purpose in our lives. Lust is an emotion that arises from a natural physical need in every living being. Sexual lust is not something external that we acquire, but is intrinsically present within us. It is a natural aspect of human existence essential for the continuation of our species." Curious, the young man asked, "If sexual lust is a natural part of us, why do people condemn it?" The master replied, "There is a great misunderstanding about sexual desire. It is a natural part of being human that comes from our biology and instincts. However, social norms, cultural beliefs, and personal experiences shape how we perceive and express it. Some might consider sexual desire a taboo or a shame, while others might embrace it openly. Sexual desires as emotions are not inherently good or bad. It depends on how we manage them. But, like with anything, problems can arise when there is too much. For example, eating is necessary for survival, but overeating can harm our bodies. Similarly, excessive indulgence in sexual desires can cause harm to ourselves. Even animals experience sexual desire and have sex, but they usually do so at specific times, such as during mating seasons. Humans, on the other hand, can engage in sex at any time, whether for reproduction or not. This gives us more freedom, but can sometimes lead to problems if we overdo it. So having sexual thoughts is natural and fine, but it becomes a problem when we start thinking about it all the time and cannot focus on anything else." The young man nodded enthusiastically and said, "Yes, sir, that's exactly what's happening to me right now. These thoughts are taking over my mind, and I can't control them." The Zen master explained, "There are a few reasons why sexual desire can become uncontrollable. First, many people lack a clear purpose in their lives, making them susceptible to being consumed by their desires." Then, addressing the young man, the master asked, "Do you find yourself having inappropriate thoughts even when you are busy with your work?" The young man replied, "No, sir. When I am focused on my task, those thoughts do not disturb me." The master observed, "It is because our mind can only hold one thought at a time. If we have a meaningful goal in our lives and remain dedicated to pursuing it, we will find that there is no space for these intrusive thoughts. Even if they arise, our commitment to our goal will quickly push them away. However, the real issue lies in the fact that many people lack a strong and clear vision of their purpose." The Zen master continued, "Another reason why sexual desire can become uncontrollable is because society often tries to suppress it by labeling it as wrong. When something is kept hidden or forbidden, it creates curiosity and allure. This can increase people's attraction to sexual desires, even if they are not fully aware of it. When we try to push away or suppress a thought, it often returns even stronger. The same goes for sexual desire thoughts. Suppose I tell you not to think about a monkey. What is the first thing that comes to mind?" "A monkey," replied the young man. "Exactly," continued the Zen master. "Similarly, when we try to forcefully stop vulgar thoughts in our minds, they often come back even stronger. So it is better not to suppress thoughts. Sometimes sexual desires can take over because we do not pay attention to our thoughts. When a sexual thought arises, it often triggers more similar thoughts, and we end up getting lost in a chain of them. This can drain our energy and waste our time. That is why it is essential to be aware of our thoughts and what happens in our minds." The master continued, "Sometimes we start thinking about lust because we spend time with people who think a lot about it. Even if we don't naturally think about it, being with them can make us feel the same way. It's wise to avoid spending too much time with people who have lustful thoughts." The young man asked, "I understand how to avoid lustful thoughts, but can we ever completely overcome our sexual thoughts?" The master replied, "First of all, it is important to know that we cannot completely stop our sexual energy. It is a natural force designed by nature to create new lives and carry on humanity. Trying to control it directly usually does not work. However, through practices such as meditation and prayer, we can transform the sexual energy into something higher. This is called sexual sublimation. Sublimation does not consist of suppressing desires, but positively converting them into something greater. It is like electricity. It can be dangerous, but when we convert it into light with a device, it illuminates a room. Similarly, by doing good deeds, meditating, and praying, we can transform our sexual energy into spiritual energy, also known as ojas. Ojas is a powerful spiritual energy stored in the brain. A person with a lot of ojas in the brain is very intelligent, will have captivating eyes, and a magnetic presence. They can influence others with few words and leave a lasting impact on everyone they meet. Through meditation, you find a deep sense of inner peace that makes worldly pleasures seem insignificant in comparison. It's not that you lose the ability to think or do things. Rather, you rise above them. As you continue to meditate, you will find that these worldly actions begin to seem like tests and immature. The young man asked, "But Master, where do I start with meditation?" The Zen master replied, "Start by spending time alone with yourself. The more time you spend with yourself, the better you will understand yourself. And as you get to know yourself better, you will find that material pleasures lose their charm and intrusive thoughts begin to fade." What do you think of this story? Let me know in the comments. I wish you to live in peace forever, and I always look forward to seeing you here on the channel. The Secret of Samadhi. See you in the next video.